So as far as I've got the foam board laid out. It's blank, no squares, no nothing. I'm assuming what I want to do is make this a street, a street that goes over there. So a four-way intersection that meets right in the middle. This is going to be our building. There's going to be a ladder on this side. So this team that starts over here climb up and get to here on top of the building, which will give them the vantage point at this team. But there's going to be a ladder right here, so this team can climb up. So it's going to be a battle for dominating the higher ground, giving yourself better leverage with your sharpshooters and your ranged attackers. Over here, there's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a building over here. Over here, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but you can always change it, mix it around, make it different every time you play. That's the cool thing about having a 3D map that you make and you customize, because you can make it any way you want it. And so we're going to keep building the map. We're going to do it step by step so you guys can follow along at home. We try to make it as easy and as cheap as possible so that people with small budget can still play real big. So as you can see, we're having this map set up like that. We got 3 buildings and this giant map. We're gonna have probably gonna be 2,000, 3,000 points per team. So it's gonna be a huge battle. And like, if you fuck up with the glue, like I said, you just let it dry and then put some more on there and you're good to go. Okay, if you're not printing out squares, you're probably going to want one of these. It's just a 90-degree angle. You want to make sure your lines are straight. And so what I did here, since it's a city type map, I had to line up where the streets were going to go. So I put it at 10 and 20 right in the middle. It's a 30-inch long board. So 10 and 20, that'll give you a 10-inch street, and then you just draw them on. Alright, as you can see, I have made the intersection to where my all the characters, not the characters, in the city. So this is an intersection. Intersection. Okay. That was real easy with just a Sharpie and a right angle over there. I am now going to attempt to put a grid on here. I think that's going to be kind of shitty because, I mean, I drew the thing in Sharpie. I could go over that and make it a little darker. But as far as a grid goes, I'm going to have to do that anyway. So I might even just do that in like a ballpoint pen, because then it would just make it a little easier to distinguish Sharpie from ballpoint. So I think I'll do that, and I'll check in on the next step. Okay, if you don't have grid paper or paper with a grid on it or anything like that, the best way you can do this, use your Sharpie for your lines. For, like, this is my street, so this is the street lines. And if you are going to make a grid, use a ballpoint pen. Honestly, that's the easiest way you can do it. That way you can distinguish your map lines to your grid lines. So all you gotta do, 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. That's the easiest way to do it. Just draw line, line, line. Just keep drawing lines and you'll be good. Okay, as you can see, I got this side and that side. I got those fully gridded. So now I'm gonna work on that side and that side. And when we're done, we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, well, I fucked up big time. Well, not big time, but look. As you can see, my lines don't quite match up at all. So if this happens to you, just kind of like, you know, oh well, it's not going to kill you. You can kind of distinguish, you know, which line is which. But yeah, so just keep in mind you're gonna make a mistake, something's gonna go wrong. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, if you're just using this for your with your friends and stuff, it's alright if it's not perfect, but you know, it's just a matter of personal preference as far as how anal you are about everything being perfect. Alright guys, well, after about hour, oh fuck, maybe 2.5 hours of just frustration and all that stuff, I finally got done. So all those steps leading up to, I mean, there's not that many steps. It's actually really quite easy, and we got our full 3D battlefield ready to play. HeroClick song. We'll just do a quick go around at this. You got all of our, you got some trees that you could use as weapons, perhaps. There you go, you guys. I finally found a good use for Punisher. He's sniping up top of here. My giant green guy and Mamu, and you know, so I mean, it adds a little bit of a fun factor playing on the whole 3D level. So I mean, there's like a full-on shot of it. It's pretty huge, actually. Really big, and it'll give you, hopefully this little tutorial helped you out a little bit, and you can make your own and have cool 3D battles like me. Alright man, see you guys later.